Sir Anthony Hopkins, the chameleonic virtuoso whose portrayals have plumbed the depths of human enigma, from the tyrannical patriarch in The Father to the haunted survivor in The Remains of the Day, continues to astonish with his literary candor. In his poignant new memoir We Did OK, Kid, Hopkins revisits the seismic role that catapulted him to stratospheric fame. Hannibal Lecter and Jonathan Demme's 1991 masterpiece The Silence of the Lambs. Far from a rote recounting, these revelations peel back the curtain on creation's alchemy, blending epiphany, trepidation, and serendipitous bonds. At 87, Hopkins wields prose like a scalpel, dissecting not just the film but the fears that fueled its most chilling icon, offering readers a front-row seat to genius at work. The memoir's Lecter chapter opens with a thunderbolt of recognition, transporting us to Hopkins' modest London flat in 1990, where the script arrived like an unsolicited oracle. Flipping pages amid a clutter of tea-stained notes and half-read classics, he encountered Thomas Harris's Cannibal psychiatrist, a figure of erudite menace, his psyche a labyrinth of civility veiling savagery. When I read those lines, I knew the character instantly, Hopkins writes, his tone alight with retrospective wonder. The pattern of his personality clicked in my mind. Harris's descriptor, a monster, struck as ironic instruction, not to embody bestial rage but its antithesis, a quiet, friendly version, politeness as predator's lure. This inversion electrified Hopkins. Lecter wasn't mere villainy but a symphony of restraint, his barbs delivered with Oxfordian precision, eyes gleaming like polished obsidian. Negotiating the role tested Hopkins' insecurities, rooted in his Welsh outsiderdom amid Hollywood's American polish. Fresh from The Silence of the Lambs table read, where his Lecter debut elicited gasps, he cornered Demme, the visionary behind Married to the Mob whose empathetic lens humanized horror. Don't you want an American? Hopkins queried, self-doubt flickering like a faulty footlight. Demme's laughter, warm and dismissive, sealed it. Don't you want to do it? Hopkins assented, sensing intuitively the devilish core. I have the devil in me, he confesses in the book. We all have the devil in us. I know what scares people. This admission anchors the memoir's psychological thread. Lecter's terror stems not from gore but recognition, the shadow self we all harbor, polite society's thin veneer over primal urges. Inspiration struck from an unlikely wellspring, arachnophobia, that visceral dread Hopkins traces to boyhood. One night in his father's Port Talbot bakery, flipping a switch unveiled a colossal black widow, poised, patient, alert in immobility. I almost jumped through the roof, he recalls, the jolt imprinting a template for Lecter's stillness, coiled potential, observation as predation. This epiphany informed every frame. Hopkins envisioned Hannibal as Spider King, web spun from Freudian insights and culinary quips. Their inaugural encounter with Jodie Foster's Clarice Starling crackles with this dynamic. Lecter, imprisoned yet omnipotent, probes her armor. A young woman against an older male serial killer, Hopkins notes. She seeks Dr. Lecter's help and guidance, but first Lecter plays with her. He tests her. Foster's Clarice, stoic ambition laced with vulnerability, mirrors Hopkins' own early career jitters, her courage a beacon he admired from afar. Filming's logistical quirks amplified isolation, fostering the authenticity that earned Hopkins his first Oscar. Demme's glassbox cell, a plexiglass enclosure mimicking Lecter's Baltimore digs, demanded solitary shoots, half-days capturing one side then flipping with Hopkins' makeup and restraints requiring 20-minute donnings. This hermetic bubble precluded casual chats, heightening tension. The table read foreshadowed it. Mere seconds into Lecter's silken menace, Foster tensed visibly. She later confirmed that she had been petrified, Hopkins reveals, a mutual fright that lingered. Yet, serendipity birthed warmth. During a lunch hiatus, trays of tuna sandwiches amid craft services chatter, Foster confessed her terror. I was scared of you, she admitted, vulnerability disarming the divide. Hopkins mirrored, I was scared of Jodie as well. Laughter erupted, dissolving into a bear hug, the embrace a ritual that bookended their collaboration. Since then we've always greeted each other with great warmth, he adds, a nod to enduring respect. The Silence of the Lambs' alchemy extended beyond performances to cultural quake. Nominated for Best Actor, Hopkins dismissed Oscar prospects as folly, another Welshman eclipsing Brando? He plotted evasion, citing disrespect as excuse, but duty prevailed. The ceremony blurred into surreal haze, ascending to Kathy Bates' handover, speech fragments amid thunderous applause, backstage swarms navigated with little or no anxiety. Victory, he reflects, was anticlimactic, a laurel for a role that transcended awards. Lecter's legacy, Chianti memes, fava bean jests, belies its depth, a meditation on intellect's dark side, empathy's peril. Hopkins, ever the philosopher actor, posits Lecter as impressed by her professional courage, Clarice's resolve evoking his own against typecasting. Through We Did Okay, Kid, Hopkins demystifies stardom's solitude, Lecter a prism refracting his life's motifs. Immigrant ambition, sobriety's salvation, art's redemptive bite. Readers glean not gossip but wisdom, the devil as creative forge, fear as fuel. In an age of superficial biopics, this memoir endures, inviting us to embrace our inner monsters with quiet grace.